Alright, one of my resolutions for 2020 is I'm not going to pretend like I'm filming videos on different days by changing my outfit. I'm filming videos back to back. I'm in the same outfit. This is my first fitness video of 2020, and I'm basically going to be breaking down this series by month. So each month is going to have a different topic, and then I'm going to make sub videos about that, whether that be on here or whether that be posts on Instagram about that general topic, okay? So January is all about starting from scratch. It's the beginning, it's building the foundation. So January is all about mobility. When it comes to fitness, mobility is probably the most important part prior to starting to lift any weight or even do any cardio. I used to injure myself all the time because I wouldn't stretch properly and roll out my muscles properly before a workout. And so mobility is going to be the first topic of conversation in my fitness series. So for starters, let's talk a little bit about fascia. Okay, so fascia is a connective tissue that is pretty much like a sheath of, I want to say, it kind of looks like a spider web that covers up your muscles, but the spider web, instead of being strings, it's made up of water, and it's very elastic. It's what allows movement in the body, and that's why it's so important to stay hydrated. When you are sitting at a desk all day, when you are sitting in poor posture, when you are stagnant, that fascia tends to dry up like a sponge sitting at the sink. And you want to create a little bit more blood flow and just water to be able to get back to those areas in order for you to get proper movement and be able to engage those muscles properly when you're doing movement later on with your workouts. So for example, a lot of my clients come to me and they say that they are not able to feel that their glutes are engaged. They're not able to feel their glutes during exercise. So I like to spend some time doing some mobility with a trigger point ball or a foam roller, something of that sort, and I have them roll those areas to kind of get a little bit more blood flow. And then from there we'll do a lot of glute activation to turn the muscles on, and then from there we will start lifting. But it is so important to get those muscles lengthened before you work out. So another question that I get asked a lot is, how do you actually foam roll? So this right here is a foam roller. This one in particular is from Lululemon, and it has two sections. You can actually pull the middle part out, and then you have two different ways that you can roll out. I also have a peanut foam roller that I like to use throughout my spine, which I will explain why in just a moment. But basically, when I have my clients roll out, I like them to start at their lower extremities and work their way upwards. So we're starting from the legs. I like to start with the calves first, and something like this typically doesn't dig deep enough into the fascia to do much for people because that area tends to be so tight. So that's an area where I specifically really like to use a trigger point ball. And then you do want to skip always rolling out behind the knee. Your knee is a stable joint, and when we're trying to foam roll, we are trying to mobilize tightness. So you don't want to mobilize an area that is meant to be stable. So you want to skip rolling out behind the knee. If you have a trainer that is certified in trigger point therapy, they can trigger point pain behind the knee if you have something going on. But other than that, I don't recommend rolling or touching behind there. So the next section that I have my clients roll is their hamstring, and then I have them do their glute. So the whole back side of the glute, the side, so like the medial. Then from there, we work our way up to the back. Now, for the back, there are so many different ways that you can roll it. You can use just a foam roller up and down, or you can use a peanut foam roller, which I like the shape of it. I don't have mine with me, it's in my locker at work, but the center of the peanut actually goes down, so it protects the spine. That way you're rolling strictly the erectors, which are the muscles that connect into your spine, and you're not doing any damage to your actual vertebrae. So another thing is your low back, your lumbar spine, that nice area that curves, is also a stable area of the spine. So you want to skip rolling out in that area as well, and just continue rolling right after the curve finishes curving, and then you can roll all the way up to your shoulders. Another area that's important to roll is this whole side of your back right here, your lats. That area tends to get really tight. And then if you have something like a baseball, softball, lacrosse ball, you want to dig into here. These are your pecs. This tends to be a very tight and overactive area for most people sitting at a computer, sitting at a desk, or just learn poor posture. This area is pulling all of this forward, so you want to loosen this up so this can start to sit back in its proper position. And another thing that's going to help tremendously with fixing posture is actually strengthening all of your back muscles. Another thing that I recommend for all my clients is to do plenty of shoulder mobility. Because that area tends to be so tight, I have them do a lot of shoulder exercises. I'll have them hold a band and go up and over their shoulders for shoulder flossing. That gets that everything kind of moving and lubricated in those joints. And then I have them do halos to get some mobility back in the shoulders as well. Anything like that is going to be super helpful. And I'm going to go ahead and do sub videos on this category and show you how to actually use all these tools that I'm mentioning and a few different exercises to work on mobility for your upper body and your lower body. So stay tuned for those videos, and I hope that you guys learned something from today's video, from today's topic. If there are any questions that you guys have, please leave them for me in the comments section below. And if you have any suggestions for future videos, things you'd like to see from me that are personal training, fitness related, anything along those lines, please leave me your suggestions in the comment section, and I will be happy to get those videos planned out for you. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.